Today we're diving into the world of the weird and wonderful. Get ready to meet some of the most bizarre creatures you won't believe exist. From the depths of the oceans to the heart of the rainforest, our planet is teeming with life, and some of it is truly extraordinary. So buckle up and prepare to be amazed by the incredible diversity of the natural world. The axolotl. This Mexican marvel is like the Peter Pan of the amphibian world, forever retaining its youthful charm. But this isn't just about looks. This perpetual youthfulness is a key to the axolotl's incredible ability regeneration. Imagine losing a limb and simply growing it back. The axolotl doesn't need to imagine. This remarkable creature can regenerate limbs, spinal cord sections, even parts of its heart and brain. Unlike most amphibians, which transition from water to land, our friend here chooses to remain in its larval form throughout its life, sporting its external gills like a feathery headdress. Living entirely underwater, the axolotl is a master of its domain. Sadly, these fascinating creatures are critically endangered in the wild, threatened by habitat loss and pollution. Now let's plunge into the inky blackness of the deep sea, where we encounter a creature that seems ripped straight from a horror movie, the goblin shark. Don't let its somewhat awkward, almost comical appearance fool you. This is a predator of the deep, possessing a secret weapon that's as terrifying as it is fascinating. We're talking, of course, about those jaws. Imagine, if you will, a set of jaws that can extend almost to the length of its snout. When unsuspecting prey wanders too close, those jaws shoot out with lightning speed, snapping up the unfortunate victim in a flash of teeth. This denizen of the deep is a pale pinkish white, a stark contrast to the darkness of its home. And then there's the snout, elongated and flattened, giving the goblin shark its rather unfortunate name. Despite its fearsome appearance, the goblin shark is a relatively harmless creature to humans. They live at depths rarely visited by humans, and their diet consists primarily of fish and squid. Next, we journey to the island of Madagascar, home to a creature that's as peculiar as it is endearing, the eye. This nocturnal lemur is a master of disguise, with its bat-like ears, bushy tail, and piercing yellow eyes. But it's the eye's hands that truly set it apart, specifically that extraordinary middle finger. Unusually long and skeletal, this finger is the eye's secret weapon for finding food. Using a technique called percussive foraging, the eye taps on trees, listening for the telltale echo of grubs hiding within. Once it locates its prey, the eye uses its sharp teeth to gnaw a hole in the wood before deploying its magic finger. Sadly, like many of Madagascar's unique inhabitants, the eye is threatened by habitat. Our next stop takes us underground to meet a creature whose sense of touch is out of this world. Quite literally, meet the star-nosed mole, a creature that turns its nose up at conventional beauty standards. Forget beady eyes, this mole relies on its extraordinary star-shaped nose to navigate its subterranean world. This isn't just any nose, mind you. This is a nose equipped with 22 fleshy appendages or tentacles that writhe and twitch, exploring the darkness with astonishing sensitivity. These tentacles are covered in thousands of tiny sensory receptors called Imer's organs, which allow the star-nosed mole to detect minute vibrations and electrical signals given off by its prey. Imagine being able to smell, touch, and even see with your nose. That's the reality for the star-nosed mole, which can identify and devour prey in a fraction of a second. This incredible creature can also smell underwater, using air bubbles to sniff out its prey. Now, let's dive back into the ocean, where we encounter a creature that takes camouflage to a whole new level, the leafy sea dragon. This mesmerizing creature is a master of disguise, blending seamlessly into its kelp forest home. Its body is adorned with long, flowing appendages that mimic the swaying seaweed, making it practically invisible to unsuspecting prey. But the leafy sea dragon's camouflage is more than just skin deep. This cunning creature even swims in a way that mimics the movement of drifting seaweed, swaying gently with the current. This masterful disguise allows the leafy sea dragon to ambush its prey, which consists primarily of small crustaceans. But despite its beauty and camouflage skills, the leafy sea dragon is a vulnerable creature. Habitat loss and the pet trade are taking their toll on this delicate species. From the ocean depths to the arid plains of Argentina, we meet our next contender for the title of most bizarre creature, the pink fairy armadillo. This diminutive dweller of the desert is the smallest armadillo species, measuring a mere 3 to 4 inches long. It's like a tiny armored tank, perfectly adapted for life underground. And what a stylish tank it is! The pink fairy armadillo sports a pale pink shell that covers its back and head, giving it the appearance of a particularly fashionable marshmallow. This shell is not just for show, mind you. It acts as a suit of armor, protecting the pink fairy armadillo from predators and the harsh desert environment. And when danger threatens, this miniature marvel can bury itself in the blink of an eye, disappearing beneath the sand with astonishing speed. The pink fairy armadillo is a gentle creature, feeding primarily on insects, worms, and plants. Our next stop takes us to the steppes of Central Asia, where we encounter a creature with a nose that's hard to ignore: the saiga antelope. This critically endangered antelope is instantly recognizable by its large, bulbous nose, which hangs over its mouth like an inflatable cushion. But this unusual appendage isn't just for show. It's a vital adaptation for survival in the harsh, dusty environment where the saiga makes its home. During the summer months, the saiga's nose acts as a giant air filter, trapping dust and dirt before it can reach the lungs. And in the winter, the nose warms the frigid air before it's inhaled, preventing the saiga from losing precious body heat. These antelopes are also known for their incredible migrations, covering vast distances in search of food and breeding grounds. Sadly, the saiga antelope is facing an uncertain future due to habitat loss, poaching, and disease. Prepare to descend once more into the depths, where we meet a creature that's as hairy as it is fascinating: the yeti crab. This deep-sea denizen, discovered only recently, is named for its furry claws, which resemble the mythical yeti of the Himalayas. But these hairy appendages aren't just for show, they serve a vital purpose: farming. Yes, you heard that right. The yeti crab is a farmer, cultivating its own food supply in the most unlikely of places: hydrothermal vents. These vents, located on the ocean floor, spew forth superheated water rich in minerals and chemicals. The bacteria that thrive in these extreme environments form the basis of the yeti crab's diet. The yeti crab uses its hairy appendages to farm the bacteria, providing them with a safe haven to grow and multiply. From the depths, we ascend to the surface, where we encounter a creature that seems to have floated straight out of a dream: the blue dragon. This stunning creature, also known as the blue sea slug, is a vision in blue and silver, with its elongated body and delicate wing-like appendages. But don't let its ethereal beauty fool you. The blue dragon is a predator, and a rather ruthless one at that. Floating upside down on the ocean surface, the blue dragon preys on some of the most venomous creatures in the sea, including the Portuguese man of war. Using its specialized stinging cells called nematocysts, the blue dragon captures and consumes its prey, storing the venom for its own defenses. The blue dragon is a reminder that beauty can be found in the most unexpected of places, and that even the most delicate-looking creatures can possess a powerful punch. And finally, we end our journey with a creature that's sure to melt your heart: the Dumbo octopus. This deep-sea darling gets its name from its resemblance to everyone's favorite flying elephant, Dumbo. 2 large ear-like fins protrude from its head, giving it a decidedly whimsical appearance. But these fins aren't just for show. They're used for propulsion, allowing the Dumbo octopus to fly gracefully through the water. And when it's time to escape a predator, the Dumbo octopus can jettison ink and change color, confusing its attacker and making a swift getaway. Despite its defensive capabilities, the Dumbo octopus is a gentle giant, feeding primarily on small crustaceans and worms. If you enjoyed this journey into the bizarre, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing content. From the depths of the oceans to the heart of the rainforest, we've explored some of the most incredible and unusual creatures our planet has to offer. So stay curious, keep exploring, and we'll see you next time for another adventure.